This is your Fox 10 News Now update.
Hi there, I'm Lenny Slagan with your Fox News Now update, continuing coverage of Hurricane Zeta. Zeta making a beeline towards the Gulf Coast, forcing residents to prepare once again. Dolphin Island knowing the drill all too well, especially after this hurricane season. A storm-weary Dolphin Island buckling down ahead of the latest threat from Zeta. Walt Shannon, who lives across from Dolphin Island, not too concerned, but not taking anything for granted either. We caught up with the mayor, Jeff Collier. He says he's most concerned about the island's sensitive west end, which is prone to flooding. He adds weakened trees and buildings from Hurricane Sally also presenting a threat, and he has concerns about people visiting the island. Let's just chalk it up as another spin in the storm cycle that we've been stuck in on a loop, wrapping around a pandemic that just won't end. It is 1 year that people won't soon forget or miss when it is over. And with the weather rolling in, the Alabama Department of Transportation closing the Bankhead Tunnel. ALDOT encouraging drivers to stay off the roads until the conditions are safe. Debris, fallen power lines, flooding, all a risk. Motorists should use alternate routes until the Bankhead is back open. Well, also today, investigators working to find out what caused at least 2 jarring explosions and a massive fire at a Stockton gas company. Nothing but smoldering debris left from that blast, and fire at Stockton LP Gas on Highway 59. Firefighters telling Fox News the first call came in this morning at about 10:45. We talked to a person who lives next door who described what he saw.
I was actually in the bedroom watching TV when I heard one large explosion. Wasn't sure what it was. I actually thought it was a tree that fell on the house. I proceeded to get up, and the second explosion, by the time I was in the hallway, I knew it wasn't a tree, and ran to the door. I opened up the door. The heat knocked me backwards. There's neighbors on the opposite side closer. And I went over there and beat on their door to try to get them up and get them out. It took quite some doing, actually. I didn't think I was going to get them out.
And neither she nor that neighbor hurt, but they did see one person taken off in an ambulance. It's believed they worked at the plant. So far, no word on what caused the explosion. We've got some big news regarding high school football. St. Luke's athletic director confirming that the football team's regular season game against Cottage Hill Christian has been canceled after a player tested positive for COVID-19. And we're told several players had been under quarantine. Fox 10 News also learning the school wanted to make sure that they followed health department guidelines regarding COVID-19. So the players will remain under quarantine until November 11th, which will also jeopardize the team's first round playoff match against BB Comer as well. That game was scheduled to take place on November 6th.
All right, let's take a look at the latest here as we're tracking a landfalling hurricane. This is the Futurecast. Zeta and the track, and we'll start out right here with what we're seeing with our tropical outlook. First of all, Zeta 110, and this is what it's likely going to be making landfall as it's over Timbalier Island right now, just to the west of Port Fourchon, Louisiana. Should move back up over the greater New Orleans area and make a direct hit there as a very substantial, appears to be strong Category 2 storm. We're under a tornado watch as a result, and the track by 7 p.m. has it in New Orleans. Beyond that time, it will race across parts of our area. We could see some of the core of the storm up into Greene, George, Washington and Clark counties based on this forecast track, and then it will kick out up towards Birmingham and heading on up by tomorrow morning all the way up into North Carolina. Zeta will be a fast moving system. We have a tropical storm force winds extend out 150 miles from the center, so this is a rough one for sure, and it's grown quite a bit in size since when it hit the Yucatan Peninsula. All right, we've got it in New Orleans around 6 or 7. Our weather goes downhill about 7 p.m. and that'll continue through the 8 o'clock hour. The core of the storm passing by and passing through about 10 o'clock, and then after midnight things really begin to improve for us. It's going to be quick, but we're definitely going to get Zeta. We'll have complete coverage on Fox 10 News.
Stay tuned to Fox 10 News throughout the day for the